Well, I'm here on the farm and was coming down here to take care of a little bit of water, and I did not realize there was this much water out on this place that we normally turn around, so I am once again stuck, this time in a pickup truck. And it's dry almost everywhere else, but not here. So, let's see. I don't know why the water is as deep as it is, that it came all the way up here, but I somehow found the one place to get stuck down here. So, anyway, I've called my dad to see if he could come help me get out. Well, we got it out pretty quick. A lot easier than pulling out a tractor, so here we go. So when rice is starting to put out a head and mature, it has a small flower that comes out that pollinates the other grains, and you can see an early one starting here. Those are the flowers that have already come out, and they pollinate just like any other flower. One of the cruel ironies for me is that I'm really allergic to the pollen from this, so thankfully there's not much out here, but there's one. So the plant has been growing all year, making finally this head. We call this a boot that comes out of the top of the plant. And this is what will come out of the top, and these will feel. And this is what becomes the rice grains. So I was about to head home earlier, and I was going to check the oil on a power unit up here, and I shut it off and it wouldn't start back. So I tried to boost it with my jumper cables and it wouldn't start. So I tried to take a battery off another power unit and put on it, and it was dead too. So I'm just now getting back from town, buying a new battery and also some new ends for the cables because they're pretty messed up. So I'm gonna try to replace it right quick and see if I can get the water back going on this field. So there you go. I didn't even have to go to town to buy the stinking battery. Just needed to hit the thing with a hammer the whole time. Okay, so it did need a new battery. That's for sure. And it didn't need new ends, but what it really needed was just to be hit with a hammer. So anyway, that's what I did. Alright, so that's fixed, the water's going. Time to close up the gate and go figure out what's for supper.
Day 2.
Okay, so today we have been working on trying to get our augers on our grain cart, on one of our grain carts out so we can reflight these. I want to show you this. This is what happens over several 20 plus million pounds actually. Rice is pretty abrasive, so over time it wears this down. But this is a poly auger instead of steel, and we've actually found that this holds up better than the steel. Steel wears down and gets really sharp. And the good thing about this is you can just change out sections, and turns out to be quite a bit more cheap, a lot more less costly to replace the flighting on this. So we've got this out, we pulled it out, and we're going to, this is where it came from, one of them, and we're going to send that, or I'm going to call in and order some more of these flighting sections that look like this, and put it back on there. So here's sticky. All right, that's where it came out of. So that's been one of the projects we've been working on today as we start to sort of look toward harvest. Okay, now here is a project that I'm working on before I go home. I found this old charcoal grill out in our shed that somebody left there years ago, and I've been trying to make some pottery just using tutorials I found online, using clay from our farm, just digging up clay and sort of refining it down to something you can make cups out of. I'm hoping to make some sake cups. I made a few that I dropped off at a local place that they're going to try to fire for me, but I kind of want to try that myself, and of course we don't have a kiln, but I'm thinking maybe I can modify this old charcoal grill to be a kiln. I'll probably have to reinforce the steel here, maybe with just some dirt or something to do that. And then I ordered a blower off of Amazon for about $15 that I'll put on here and force air into it, and then hopefully that'll be enough to heat it up if I put enough steel there. I have no idea if it's going to work or not, but first thing is the legs were about to fall off of it, so I'm trying to weld those on. So it's time to put some more water in this field. Made it. Okay, here I'm going to try to pull one of these boards so it'll let the water go to the field below it. So now that will put water down here. This is one of the younger fields that we had to replant super late. Okay, so I'm going to the other part of the farm to check to see how the water is. We got quite a bit of rain over the weekend. It's Tuesday now, and anyway, there's one field that could potentially be getting low now, so we need to look at a few of them actually. We've got this one field that's kind of disconnected from some of our other fields. You can take a road through those woods over there to get there, but it's really wet, really muddy, and I've developed somewhat of a reputation only other way to get there, unfortunately, is across this pipe. And anyway, it's pretty wide. You can walk it, but it's also a little bit freaky. The other challenge is I'm in these rubber boots that can get a little bit slippery. So I want to see what I can do here. I really need to go look at this field because I've been checking for army worms, and unfortunately I have found some. So I really hope that this doesn't turn out to be a good video. Hope it's very boring. What's freaky is that water running underneath kind of makes it feel like you're going to get motion to it. I made it, guys. I'll be back. Wait right there. I made it.